Hello learners, my name is Dr. Shanaz Rahmatullah Laskar, currently teaching as assistant professor in USTM. Today I will discuss a topic, Porter's 5 forces model and its relevance. Let's discuss one case. Sweet Delight, a bakery shop which is doing a good business in the market, suddenly faces an intense competition from the new entrants. Few bakery shops has come up with this in the same business and giving it a tough competition. Certain challenges they were facing, like supplier challenges from the supplier side also, since due to increasing demand of the raw material, supplier has increased the price of their raw materials. Again, due to the availability of the substitutes offered by local these cafes and supermarkets, this particular shop is facing a huge problem, and thus they made some strategies like product differentiations, enhancing the flavors, delivering a premium customer experiences to their customer, and to maintain their loyal customers. Sweet Delight has successfully thrived amidst industry challenges. But how they have done, it's basically through Porter's 5 forces model. They have identified certain competitive forces which is affecting their business, and they have made strategies as accordingly. What is that model is all about? It's a framework or tool for analyzing the competitive forces in an industry. It can be applied to any segment of the economy, like smartphones, FMCG, automobile businesses, any sort of businesses, to enhance their long-term profitability and sustainability. Developed by Harvard Business School professor Michael E. Motter in 1979. So these are 5 forces which is impacting the competitiveness. These are threat of new entrants, threat of substitutes, bargaining power of buyers, bargaining powers of suppliers, competitive rivalry among the existing firms or the companies. So let's see one by one these factors. The threat of new entrants. The likelihood of new firm entering the industry determined by various factors like cost of entry, availability of resources, government's regulatory environment, skills required, any or specializations, or maybe some technology adoption, So then these particular factors is determining the threat of new entrants. Suppose the cost of entry or time taken to grow the business like is high, like cost of entry, if suppose it needs this particular business needs huge investment, a good amount of time to grow, and the favorable government regulations like schemes or tax benefits, then there is a high chance then that the many farms will come up in this business. Threat of substitutes. Threat of substitutes, it talks about the availability of products or services that can satisfy the same need. Like there is the availability of lots of substitutes which can give the same type of product, or maybe satisfy the same problem, maybe can solve the same problem of the customer. Like some of the factors like price of substitutes, the quality of substitutes, customer switching cost, these factors will determine the threat of substitutes. Like price of, for example, price of substitutes. If someone is in coffee business, for them the substitutes can be the tea or coffee available in local shops, or for health conscious persons, their changes in their preference, like and if they choose some kind of health good and healthy options, then that can be a threat for them. And if the price of that particular substitute is low, if the quality of the substitutes is high, if the customer switching cost, customer doesn't have to pay that much effort or that much money or for that particular product, or maybe complexity to switch to adopt that particular substitute is low, then there is a high chance that customer can opt for that substitutes, and consequently the existing marketers will face the problem. These forces gauges the likelihood of customers switching to alternative products or services. Then brand loyalty and brand loyalty also can helpful for the customers. Brand loyalty can be a good kind of advantage for the existing marketer, because if the customer is loyal to that particular brand, then maybe they will not be opt for other easily available substitutes. Then bargaining power of buyers. Bargaining power of the buyers. This force evaluates the power of customers to negotiate price and terms. Factors such buyers, if the buyers is very much price sensitive, the availability of the substitute product is, if there is availability of the substitute products, or if the number of the buyers is large, and then buyer switching cost, and the buyers, if the buyers found that the product is undifferentiated or doesn't have any uniqueness or maybe differences, they may opt for other options. And in likewise, the buyer can influence the pressure, can influence the pricing of the product. Like they can put pressure on the company to reduce the price, and company also, they have to agree to reduce the price so that they can retain those customers. So bargaining power of the suppliers, give the power of the supplier to charge high price for their raw materials. And it can be determined with the factor like if the number of suppliers are less, if the supplier's product is very much important for the marketers, if the supplier's ability of the if the supplier's switching cost is less, is more, then if the supplier switching cost is less, then the suppliers have high bargaining power, and it will not be a favorable condition for the existing marketers, because they have to agree with the price whatever the suppliers are charging for their raw materials. Next is competitive rivalry among the existing firms. As we know, the level of competition is more between the firms. Then obviously the firms have to share the market share, and the profitability also have to be shared by all the firms. So the product differentiation, exit barriers, the number of firms in the industry, growth rate of the industry, and these factors will determine whether that particular market is competitive or it's just a monopoly market. If the particular existing company is leading the market or market leaders, they can enjoy the advantage. It will be advantage for them. But simultaneously, but on the other hand, if the level of competition is less among the farms, then of course they have to adopt certain strategies to retain their customers. Like if we take the example of Starbucks, we found that in the coffee industry, it is moderate. Threat of new entrants is moderate, because new farms, if the farms wants to start the coffee chain industry like Starbucks, they need huge investment, which may not be available with them. But this is the advantage of Starbucks. Starbucks has good financial, is in good financial position, It has lots of loyal investors who can invest. And on the other hand, though this is an advantage for the Starbucks, but on the other hand, if this coffee industry is also very much fragmented, and it is and it is making relatively easy for the new farms or new entrepreneurs to start the coffee businesses. So that can be a threat for the Starbucks, and this way it is moderate. Bargaining power of the buyers, which is moderate again for the Starbucks in the coffee industry, because the large number of coffee shops are there, and of course there is a low switching cost. Customer can easily opt for other options, with less price and with less effort. Thus, Starbucks, to counterattack these challenges, they have focused on building strong brand reputations and works for product differentiations. Want to deliver the same taste to their customer every time, and try to maintain a loyal customer base. To maintain the loyal customer base, they are doing lots of programs. They are adopting lots of strategies, like they are offering reward points in the form of stars in every purchases, and then and customers can redeem it for free foods, and they are offering some. They are listening to their customers, their ideas, and they are trying to implement this, and then they are giving the feeling of social status to their customer if they are associated with the Starbucks coffee. They are putting some kind of personalized services to their customer, like writing the names of the customer in the coffee cups, and customer also enjoying and taking selfies with the Starbucks cups, and putting these photos in Instagram or any other social media platforms. So the bargaining power of the suppliers is weak, because in the coffee, the Starbucks has large number of coffee suppliers all over the world who are offering the best quality coffee beans to them, and they are also having many stores all over the world, and the suppliers also, the farmers, those cooperative societies, they are also feeling delighted to be associated with the Starbucks because of its brand reputation and everything associated with the Starbucks. So in that way, the Starbucks Starbucks have control over the price of the coffee beans. Threat of substitute is moderate for the Starbucks. There are a number of alternative beverages that consumers can choose from, but the coffee is still popular beverages, and that too from the brand like Starbucks. Competitive rivalry is high in this business because there are large number of coffee shops, both local and other competitors like McCafe, Dunkin' Donuts. They are constantly, and to counter this competition, Starbucks are constantly innovating to attract their customers. So this is the Starbucks cups, written personalized names for their customers, and customers also getting the feeling of special these feelings to be associated with the Starbucks. So again, another example, Flipkart. Flipkart is e-commerce market. They are when they are analyzing, they are finding the threat of new entrants is medium, as the Indian e-commerce market is growing repeatedly and huge scope for this e-commerce businesses. And though it needs huge investment and strong reputation to be in e-commerce business. And then buyers, like bargaining power of the buyers is very much high, because Indian customers especially, they are price sensitive, and if in case, and this makes the Flipkart to reduce the price of their product for their customers. Bargaining power of the suppliers are low, because the Indian e-commerce market is dominated by the large number of suppliers. By a small number of large suppliers. Large number of suppliers, this gives the suppliers a lot of bargaining power when it comes to negotiating the prices with businesses. Then threat of substitute is medium, because there are number of substitute products available in the e-commerce market, and of course with offline retailers and online retailers. And the convenience with the online shopping gives the business a competitive advantage, though there are so many online retailers are also available. Rivalry among the existing firms, like Flipkarts need to compete with various giants like Amazon, Snapdeals, and other e-commerce marketers, and they have to focus on promoting on promotional activities to get the competitive advantage. So, as a whole, we can understand the company Flipkart has number of opportunities to grow in this e-commerce business, because India has a huge pool of customers, and of course it's a growing market due to internet availability of low cost internet and people's trending choice, people's trending people's changing the consumer buying habits, and inclination towards online shopping. So they need to focus on expanding their market by offering lots of products range product lines, and thus they need to focus on maintaining the brand loyalty among the Indian consumers. So in conclusion, the Porter's 5 Force model is valuable tool for the businesses to understand the competitive landscape of their industry. It is both for the new farms as well as for the existing. This model can be a good tool. Without understanding these forces, if someone is entering into the business, or like if they are not able to update their strategies as per these forces, there is a chance that they will not be able to sustain in the competitive business in the long run. In short, if these forces are low, like low threat of new entrants, low bargaining power of suppliers, low bargaining power of the buyers, low threat for substitute products, low intensity of competitive rivalry, it is favorable for the existing marketers. So I hope it is quite helpful. It will be helpful. Thank you.